Good afternoon, everybody. This is the PCL, and I am your host, Invasion Bing. We are here with match number 1 of the FPP division. As you can see, the flight path is from military straight past Severny. If you are not aware, we're going to go over the scores just so everybody knows where teams are and where the standings are exactly. We are a little bit delayed today. We started a little later just to make sure that all the competitors could be in here. Some of our EU competitors were competing in the PCL, and we wanted to make sure we could get everybody here. So with that being said, we're going to hop right out of this. I'm going to show you the scores from the last 3 days. And this is going to be a little bit different than what you guys have seen before. We are used to having certain teams in the top, and right now the team that is on the top is a bit of a shocker, maybe to the people at home who haven't been following PUBG Console Comp for a long time. You guys do not know who Results May Vary, but Results May Vary has been around for a very long time, and they are very good players. And I'm glad to see that their perseverance and hard work is paying off, and they're in first place right now with 133 points. They have had one rough game in there, but they were able to bounce back from that. Usually led by Mushu, Zipped, and those guys, Foxy and Keys. These guys, Zebo, they play a lot. And we also have the Mates in second place. They are making their run in the first place. Results May Vary happen to have a very good game to close out yesterday, and that allowed them to boost on up into the top of the standings. Now, Winner Circle is showing everybody that they came to play. Having won a game, they haven't won a game in a long time. They have been struggling with their placement, but they are showing that they can play now, and they are adapting to their situation. Invasion with a whole new roster, a lot of people in there that they didn't have before. They're gelling together. They have changed IGLs mid-season, and that has propelled them into the 4th place spot. They have 95 points. They're doing a very good job of executing and playing this game at a high level. Avita was doing started this competition off not doing as well as they typically do, but they were able to bounce back, and they're in 5th place right now. And if they continue playing the way they do, they will be a force to reckon with in these last 3 days. Like I said, there's 3 days left of competition, and including today, and we're gonna see where people go. Now let's finish it off with the Dossers in 6th place, Torch in 7th place, Berserker Esports in 8th, Above the Rest in 9th, Red Reapers in 10th, Euro in 11th, AIC in 12th, Valid in 13th, Genesis in 14th, Novo and the Pub Stars rounding out the bottom. Let's get you back to the action. Check out this zone right here. This zone heavily favors WC. Now let's go over the team so you could tell who this is. WC will be number 6. Team 15 will be TD. TD has landed Lipovka, so this is going to help them out as well. Now right here we have, this is going to be Valid. Now you have a split going down for AIC. Bazaar's going to land in these top houses. They might have a situation here later. Now you have Torch rotating in from Roz, ATR in School, Avita expanding their drop a little bit, and they're going to be all the way down here in the docks, and up here this is Lou and Blackjack, Standards and Sweeney. And then we have in Farm, you could tell this is going to be Invasion. Now Dub C on their bottom, always Milta Power, or more likely Milta Power. And now you have the mates in Mateland, Pachinki. And then over here, Genesis, RMV landing in the spot I don't typically see him in North George. Genesis just trying to get their feet wet and figure out a spot to come from. And then down here we have this is Berserker Esports, so they're gonna let Gaka and all the surrounding neighborhoods. And then Euro, the old timers, are gonna rotate down from Severny. So we'll see how this goes. Let me get the camera a little bit closer. We're gonna follow in AIC right now. Now you guys remember that we are currently on console, and this is a Console PUBG League, so we will not give you the spectating modes that you're used to seeing on PC. We just can't do that right now. Those are coming. We do not know when they're coming, but they are coming hopefully by the end of October, and we can give you something a little bit better production wise. But remember this, we will get you on the player perspective at the end of the game. We also will try to get you to as many fights as we can. What we do right now though is we keep you in the aerial view for as long as possible, just so we don't DC. We do not go into the ground with the camera because we don't want to have it happen where we DC and we have to give you a different kind of perspective. What we much rather do is give you the flyover cam for as long as possible, and then get you into what you need to see a little bit later. We're gonna talk out all the rotations that are going down, and I'm gonna try to be the best caster that you've ever seen and give you as much inside information that I have on the rotations that these teams make, and on the plays that they usually do. As you can see, there was a care package landing all the way out there in Milta Power. I wonder if WC is going to get that. Warhawk is a care package shark. He finds every care package. It is insane. Look at this rotation being made. Torch trying to get a little deep in. It looks like Team 11, which is going to be that's going to be the Red Reapers, going to get some shots down on Torch as they go by. The Red Reapers have taken the Hall of Fame and Alamo together. Torch is looking for a spot to go. Tickle, we haven't seen Tickle play in a little while. I hope he's gonna show exactly what he has. Tickle is one of my favorite players from the EU. Just one of my personal favorite players, and I think he's the person who started TD, and they have done very well for themselves as the start of this team. Looks like Quakes ran into a rock right there, took a lot of damage. They might roll up on AIC. AIC has moved into this compound. They have congregated together. That's a good play from them. It's nice to see that everybody's making this rotation. The reason why this is so important, Backwood's gonna get a knock. Let's take you to that action. That looks like it's all going down inside of the mansion. He's actually gonna retreat from there. ATR is the old yellows right here. It's a good spot to hold, but not the best spot to be in this circle. They have to find somewhere to go. Embrace is going to wander off. He might get taken down by AIC right here. As AIC, look at this. Torch pulls up. Embrace turns around. He was being the scout. Thought he was going to find a better place. AIC already there. They're already putting shots down. Well done by AIC to rotate early. This zone is is going to favor everybody who rotates as early as possible. And the reason for that is half of the zone is out due to the water. These are the kind of zones that we really like as casters, but as players, this zone is not the best. It's just because the first shift may pull to the water, and then the next shift's gonna pull away, and you have to be in your very, very best spot to be able to make these rotations here. As Euro's trying to pull in as well, gonna get tagged up. We have had nobody go down except for JJ from ATR. I want to welcome everybody who's getting here a little bit late. You guys know this is the PCL, and I am your host and caster, Invasion Bing. We do have another host and caster. He's just not here right now. That is I Am Prime. He's currently busy at the moment, so I'm gonna do this one solo, and we're gonna see how it turns out. I like this placement right here by the Red Reapers. Sometimes you could see nobody expects this to pull back, which is a smart thing, but look at this placement by Invasion. Invasion doesn't need to get too deep into this circle. It's going to pull away from the water. It is the truth. If you guys don't believe, bet me that it pulls away from the water. What are we betting? I have Dunkaroos. I can bet one Dunkaroo. You can't have a package of Dunkaroos. Literally one cookie and no frosting. Okay, and that's what I'm betting on this, that it pulls away from the water, and these teams are going to have a hard shift rotation. There's a lot of pop shots going on, but nobody's actually engaged in the fight, and the reasons for that is nobody is close. As you can see, the person that's getting shot up here is R&V Mushu. They were late on the rotation because they were in North George, and now they have to find somewhere to go, and this is gonna be bad. Mushu is gonna get knocked right here. There's no chance that he makes it out of this. He had to have everybody from Euro has to miss shots. They all miss shots. That's incredible. That's amazing. Mushu survives. Euro lets him survive. Here it comes though. He's gonna venture into the mate's, maybe the mate's hands right here. Is he gonna get a heal off? Nobody connecting with these shots. Mushu a survivor. They're gonna redo the PUBG logo for Mushu himself. Now Mushu finally goes down to tacticals. Boxy getting shot up by laser. This is not what the leaders need right here. That slow rotation had them in a tough spot. Now they have to figure something out. Now this is one of the toughest things about being in IGL, right? When you're in the IGL, you don't know. The initial circle is RNG, right? So you don't know. You pick a landing spot, you don't know. Look at what I'll tell you. It pulls away from the water. Now these teams are going to have to rotate. If there's another Western pull, it's going to be even worse. There's a fight going on. It's Warhawk knocking Quakes and getting the thirst right there. Warhawk has not been playing like himself lately, and I would be ecstatic to see him get back to his old ways of getting a lot of kills and putting down a lot of damage. But I was saying, Nada jumps out the car. He is going to be down right here. But with the rotation, the double rotation right there, yeah, that's just tough. There's going to be another hard shift, I believe, to the west, and that's going to make everybody who rotated early and over rotated towards the coast is going to put them in a bad spot. But what I was saying about the IGLs, right? When you're the IGL, it's not only do you have to take care of all your teammates, but you also have to make that initial drop. And then that initial drop, all you're thinking is, how can I get my team the most loot and keep them out of a fight before they're looted, right? And then after you make that decision, the next decision that you have to make while everybody's looting, while you have to make sure they have their weapons and stuff like that, you have to know what time you have to have a mental clock that says, all right, we have to rotate. And then when you're rotating, then you have to think, who has rotated in front of me, who has rotated past me, and where did everybody else land? And then the next rotation that you make, if you make it safely or you arrive safe, then the remaining IGL thoughts that you have are all based upon the circle shifts and where you hear people at. So some of them are on the fly, but the initial three decisions that you have to make are so vital and the hardest, because somebody might have changed up their strategy, or you might have scouted the wrong way, and then you're just in trouble. And as you see, M's trying to escape from WC playing super aggressive. They have two members of this team down, and the other two members are just running away. They're trying to escape, and Kofri did end up getting Kofra did end up getting that MK from that package that we discussed earlier, and now we just have Unknown, and Unknown is Tyrannical. Tyrannical is going to try to get out of here. Everybody at home, if you're wondering how do you get the name Unknown, what you have to do is you have to just get a bug in the system. He's just the chosen one. There's nothing he can do. As he rotates away, he's just going to try to run for his dear life. We'll see on the kill feed if he survives. Now let's check and see where everybody else is. Look at this, Avita on top of Invasion, and then the Berserker Esports has rotated on their other side. Now this is a fight that both of these teams do not want. They're very good players, and having them both, you kind of want this fight later on in the game because you don't want to lose your players this fast. As I'm talking about that, Sweeney gonna go down to Signs. Signs using the Bison. Signs the only player in the history of the PCL to run the Bison mid-game. No one does that. Nobody wants to do that. Here comes a nade. That nade might connect. If that nade connects, throw it to the wrong side. It's gonna be him and Lou. Lou's gonna get a tag. Sleeper shot, and not Lilith's gonna push up here. Superman had rotated to the other side. I think Lilith and Sleep should rotate to the left instead of pushing to the right. Blackjack has all the cover. Now it's going to be Soup. Soup's going to get knocked by Lou. What can Signs do? Signs going to get knocked as well. So it's just going to be not Lilith up right here. Sweeney is going to be bleeding out. They're going to be able to get this res. That rotation to the right is what hurt Invasion right there. Is just because Blackjack had the height and he had the cover, and it was no shot. So he ended up taking down Sleeper shot and getting Lilith one shot, and Signs gets knocked. Superman gets knocked right there on the one-on-one with Lou, and now they're gonna get these reses up here. They couldn't retreat either because Berserker Esports had walked across the street to take their compound. That right there is a rotation that just didn't account for Avita being there. That's what ended up putting Invasion in that tough spot right there. A lot of shots going out. I see Monster's gonna hop out on JB. He wanted to fight, then this is smart. I thought he was just gonna push this fight, but he's waiting for his teammates to pull up. Now they're gonna group shoot him right here. They both go down. JB taking down Monster and Blackjack. I'm sorry, Monster and Backwoods, and then Hat had to come through for the save. Hat's gonna be able to get a knock right there. I'm Hungry gonna go down elsewhere. Foxy should be able to confirm these kills, right? Oh, Donnie's gonna go down up top. Now they're gonna have to get a res. At least one of these reses has to go off. I did not notice that Foxy knocked Donnie. Now Donnie's gonna get confirmed. Donnie's already bleeding out. He started those shots on him. Here comes a nade. Is this nade gonna connect? Money nade is gonna get everybody. Boom, get a knock right there. Hat left him alone. Now Hat's gonna try to get his beam out. Hat misses all those shots. Sounds like that's SK versus SLR. Foxy's the last one left. Hat's gonna have to go for this res. Intriguing right there. Now we have a fight going on over here. Matter of fact, we're gonna take the camera to this side. You can see over there team number 7 and team 16 in an altercation. Jin left Jeff over there by himself, and Testy has died as well. Now they got pushed up on right here by the Red Reapers. Now this is something that we talk about every time that we're in this situation where teams will full send on the Alamo, and the team who's defending the Alamo will have a 2-2 split, and it'll be either 2 people in the Alamo and 2 people in Hall of Fame. Now that works if you're just keeping people away and nobody hard pushes your compound. But what we tend to see now is that everybody just gears up, everybody drives to the same compound, and then as they do that, they take the whole thing away. Foxy gonna get knocked right there. I see Monster. They got him up, and Foxy gets knocked. There is gonna be one more player up. It looks like Euro is at the top shooting down. I like Euro's position. Euro will be able to hold down ATR right here. If Polly can rotate over a little bit, what we're missing right here is we're missing that the mates are still up and they're still going to hold on the other side of prison. They like to hold the rocks. Embrace going to get knocked right there by Luton. That's what I'm talking about. Luton has finally found his footing, able to find out how to hit these DMRs. Look at this rotation made right here. Zipped is, I don't know if he's just prone or he's hurt. I don't know what's happening. He's been here for a long time. Warhawk taking down Gravy. Zipped is going to be able to stay prone right here. Warhawk takes down Gravy again. Let's take a quick look and see where everybody's positioned on the map. As you can tell, there's going to be a fight out here with TD. There's a fight over here with Dub C. Lilith is still alive, and so is Tyrannical. And then over here, as you can tell, there is WC is going to be able to take down Gravy and then press up over here. This is going to be Space Havoc and Finessed as well. Source is going to get taken down by Standards. Where are the... Oh, this is a far shot right here. If you could tell, out in the open, Standards is going to be able... And Lou taking down Tender Source. Avita positioning himself in a great spot. He's going to go down. Born Country, they're going to take down a team number 1. That's AIC. A lot of teams are going down right now. There's 11 left. A lot of shooting going on. Let's see who's close to each other. We were just over here. These teams are dispersing and they're not going to hit that fight. But, oh, look at this position that Euro is in. Euro is in such a good position. They're going to hold out. They will be holding out the Red Reapers. A lot of shots going down. The Red Reapers have to figure out a way to rotate away from this and not into somebody else. That's tough. Pickle gets taken down by WC. That's Mass getting a knock over there. Remember, Team 6, WC. Team 15 will be TD. Warhawk gets knocked. Rat Attack gets knocked. Who's left? Nath is left. Nath knocks Mask. TD's gonna rotate in as hard as possible right there. Rat Attack gets taken down. More shooting going down. I'm gonna get you. These are the top 9. Remember, top 8 teams do get placement points. And again, Avita positioning themselves in a very nice location. How does Berserker Esports effectively get out of this? Zone on their back, phase number 5. Avita in a good holding spot. It looks like Finesse is going to be able to rotate all the way around and get a flank, but Gravy's going to go down again to Sweeney. Sweeney is going to confirm that kill. Nation is looking for a pick right here. Doesn't get one as Sweeney gets another knock. Space Havoc go down to blue. Finesse is going to go down as well to Blackjack. Tacticals takes down Merc. Gravity also takes down Merc. Laser goes down and gets confirmed by Hat. The mates on... Whoa. ATR has taken the prison building. The mates are on top of the rocks. Hat and Euro over here. Mitch gets knocked. I see Monster gets knocked. Oh man, it's gonna be Polly and Hat. Can Hat win this fight right here? Oh, Polly doing it his best. Now we have the mates up, 6 teams up. Sorry, 6 teams up. I sound like I said 16 up. That's not right. 6 teams up. The mates, ATR. We have 1 up for Torch. We have 1 up for TD. We have 4 up for AV. Oh, AV was able to take down Not Lilith, I believe. Not Lilith was the last member up for Invasion. Euro has 3 up. 6 teams up. Wow. Wow, let's check out the Tacticals takes down Loot. Tacticals and the mates are in a very good position to hold these sides right here. That's gonna be a knock that's gonna be a confirmation for Tacticals and a knock. Can the mates get a win right here? A win from the mates in this situation will put them in first place, I believe. A win for Avita will put them almost in second place. Damn shit goes down to Poly. Are they gonna allow, is Avita gonna allow this fight to happen without third partying? Avita is on the north side of Euro. No shot, right? If Poly goes down, look, Gravity takes down Mitch. I'm so surprised that Avita hasn't put down any shots right here. This seems like easy picks for them. Here comes Lou. Lou's gonna try to put some shots down. Tacticals has to rotate down the hill as well. And they all see Avita. Oh my goodness. There it goes. Finally, Poly's gonna go down to Blackjack. Avita is gonna, they should rotate back up the way they came. I wonder if they're gonna continue down the hill and try to apply some more pressure towards the mates. Tyrannical and Nath doing a good job of staying alive. The only 2 actual teams left who can compete in any fights would be Avita and the mates. ATR is gonna try to wait and hold this position until the end of the game, try to get some placement points and try to get a couple picks, but they're not actively being aggressive in these fights. They're probably just watching the stairs in that building. Boom, there goes the hard shift. Avita has to make a play. Let's see exactly where the circle is. Can they can wrap the top side. It's going to be a fight on the very top of this, and you know what's going to happen? If you know what's going to happen, ATR is going to come in second place. They're going to hold the bottom side the whole time unless they get shown, unless they get found. They're going to be okay. It's going to be Avita and the mates. Now Tyrannical might play this backside of the zone for as long as he can, but as he rotates over here, look at this. Tacticals is already trying to check behind him. I think this is a bad rotation by him. I think this is a bad rotation by Tyrannical. Tyrannical wants to hold the back of the zone, but Tacticals and the mates always clear from back to front. And now it's going to be a one-on-one right here. He's spotted. He's taken down. Now usually that would have been a good play by Tyrannical. I think he just made it too early. If he allows them to get settled in, then he will then be able to rotate there and hold. But from the spot that he's in, it's just tough. It sounds like ATR is putting down shots on Avita. I didn't think that this was going to happen. I thought Avita was going to stay up top. Avita gets taken down. Standards is going to go down right there. And now Lou's going to try to push it to into the compound. Holding this wall is a good idea. He's going to have to heal up and then rotate into the building. Now, the problem with being in the bottom of this particular space is if the zone pulls to the top, then there's no way for them. Oh, Nate's gonna go down as well, but then there's no way for Avita to get out of here. That's why I thought Avita was gonna stay on the top side and rotate in, but I guess that wasn't the plan. Let's see where this next zone pops right here. We're gonna get you in to some POV. Oh, it spots Dimshik right here. Whiffs those first 2 shots. You could always tell a pretty good DMR person because they put the first shots down. If they don't hit them, they reposition in order to change the line of sight for him and the other person. You can't stay there and hold your peak for too long. That's how you get knocked in the PCL. That's why we have a move your face saying. A lot of people don't ever move their face. They just keep their lean on for too long. They end up getting put down. Hard peaks. Ooh, that's a good shot by OK. 8 kills for the mates. 1 kill for ATR. ATR got that kill on Stanners as he rotated in. As you guys can see right here, in this particular situation, we're in the POV cam, but we can't control who we're watching. It just is what it is. So I'm just gonna scroll through who I think is in the action, and then when we get to what we see, it is, you know, just got to deal with it. But as you see, the zone has popped. It is a lot of the zone is in prison. That's great. That's great for ATR. I mean, great for ATR and great for Vita. Now you see that the mates have to move down and they have to figure out a way to place people. Dimshik checking all his angles. Sweeney still checking up top. He does not know that they have rotated down. That's because OK is still shooting shots from the top. And since Avita's inside the buildings, they can't get any more information. They need somebody outside the building looking around to give them some info. But I guess they're just gonna go into this last fight blind and then hope their instincts pays off right here. But man, these are not the teams that you want to just go out here wielding your weapons with. We are still on the, remember this, everybody, we are still on the barrel SLR meta. This is still barrel grounds. So until that is over, you're going to see a lot of these teammates. Running barrel SLR. Here it comes. So the team that ATR focuses will be the team that loses. That's just how it is. ATR will be the third partying factor, and they will be OK has just finally rotated down as well, so they will be the team. Molly's going out. These are good mollies. Just trying to change the way. Oh my goodness, Lou with some great shots, but Tacticals is in the zone so much he can still heal up. Gravity trying to play somebody. Lou has gone down to a nade from Dimshik, and then ATR hits all their nades, confirms all those kills. That's 5 kills for no, that's 3 kills for ATR. I guess one of them didn't count. Now here we go. It's gonna be the mates and ATR going at it right here. 4v2. Can ATR work some magic? Let's look at ATR. What can Hayes do? Hayes is gonna have some. Oh, he whiffs. Oh, and then Dimshik peeks back. He wasn't expecting that. There it is. The mates, I think this has catapulted the mates into first place. That's 11 kills for the mates. Well done. ATR holding their position, coming in second place. I kind of predicted that as well. Let me get you guys to the replay so you guys can see exactly what happened and how it all turned out. Man. Now, I love the way Tyrannical plays. He's one of my favorite players to watch play, especially when he's a solo. But I think in this particular case, he just made his play too early. He could have waited until they got engaged, until their focus changed, and then rotated back behind them. Maybe he did see something that I didn't see. Maybe it was some shots that went out, and then he went down there and laid prone by the zone. But you have to know that a good team is always going to turn around and then clear the back of the zone and then come up, right? So he could have waited until the zone got cleared and then made his play right there. But hats off to him, first of all, for being able to last that long when his team was really in a bad situation, being chased down by WC at the beginning of the game. Now right here, Nath did the same thing. Nath was just trying to get to the zone in order to get some action going. I think he pushed up to the rocks. He was spotted and he was taken down. Now this just becomes a standoff, right? I thought that this zone might have pulled up to the top of the mountain. If it pulled up to the top of the mountain, I think that everybody would not have been able, the people would not have been able to win. The Mesa did a great job in positioning themselves out here. Now, since half of the prison was out, they could just play that tall prison wall, and then that's how they ended up getting this win. They were holding Avita out, and because Avita played these two warehouses, they didn't know where ATR was located. ATR then rotates to the other warehouses across, and now there's nowhere for anybody to go. ATR is the third party, like I thought they were gonna do, and they're able to get all or a lot of the kills on AV, putting AV in third place. It is just a really, really weird situation right here. They didn't get I don't think AV had enough information right here, right? I know why they're playing the building. They're playing the building just because they cannot get out of. They were getting shot at from the top, right? So since they were getting shot at from the top, they had to play inside. So they played inside for as long as they could. Sweeney couldn't find anybody right here. This is when I think they should try to find a way out of this particular building. After Sweeney clears the top, he doesn't see anybody. I think that they have to rotate out of here just a little earlier. And since they didn't rotate out earlier, they ended up being in a tough spot because of the mollies that Tactical threw to keep them from moving into the zone as soon as they wanted to. I just wonder what the comms were right here from Sweens. I like, this is one of the times where this is why we're gonna do interviews later. If we did an interview, I would ask him what were the comms right here? What did he think was gonna happen? I know that he knows that the mates are on this side. I think they know that ATR is in the tall building still, the actual prison, and that's why they don't rotate to the prison side, because they might get angled out as well. But then as ATR rotates, so ATR made a good rotation here, and that rotation allowed them right here. This is a good rotation, and they get away, and it allows them to get these kills right here. Now the crazy thing is that sometimes you literally have to just chalk it up and say, yo, we're getting second place. Like, we're not going to win this game. We're getting second place. We're out position. And that might have been what ATR said. Going in this with just two players and losing your two players early to get second place and to get some kills, that's money for them. And that's great. That molly and then that nade. Look, Tacticals did so much damage right here. And then the other nade comes through, or whoever threw that other molly did so much damage. You can see them ticking down. And then that other nade comes through. And now here's just... Hayes would have had to hit all these shots right here. He would have had to be holding the door. He would have had to be holding the door and for this to work. Yeah, right there, like he would have had to been holding that the whole time. But then dim peaks. There's nothing you could do. As Hayes was running, he didn't even have his gun out. He was peaked and he's down. With that being said, everybody, we're gonna take you into an intermission. We'll be back after a few moments and a few messages. Thank you guys very much. Welcome back, everybody. This is the PCL, and this is a match number 2 of the FPP day number 4. We were able to see the mates get another win in the PCL. We're getting so used to seeing them getting these wins over and over and over again. Somebody's gonna have to put a stop to it. They weren't doing their best in this division, but now they have turned it on. Let's take you guys. I want to make sure you guys see the changes that have happened in the leaderboard. There has been some things that have happened, and it's time for us to discuss. The results may vary. 135. The mates 133. Will RMV be able to hold on to their number 1 position by the end of the day? We'll see. We'll check it out. We'll see. Look at this though. Winner circle 104. Avito 103. The Dossers 98, and Invasion 96. Now these are the teams that are the closest to becoming the new PCL champions. The new PCL champions. Now let's see if this will continue. Let's see if another team can pop off and take the position away. I see sometimes people say, oh man, well, the same teams keep winning over and over again. Well, until there's a team that comes out to beat these teams, that's what's going to happen. It happens that way. All great teams, all great dynasties. A lot of teams switch up and they try to find a new way to win and add new players, but it doesn't work out because the same guys continue to grind and they get better and better. That's just how it is. That's called greatness. It happened with Michael Jordan. It happened with Brazilian soccer for a while. It happened with Messi. It happened with Ronaldo. It's happening with LeBron. It happened with the Golden State Warriors. The same teams win when they put together good teams. If you want to make a team lose and you get tired of watching the same team win, either build a team that can win the game or shut up and watch. It just is what it is. Recognize greatness when you see it in the street. Too many people complain and not enough people do actions. And what we're here to see is that Euro taking the top side again. This is a good spot for them. RMV gonna land George Pool North, and then we're gonna go over here. Looks like the Rise area is heavily contested. We have Torch, we have ATR, we have Valid. Down here, Jin has dropped on the mates. Can Jin get some kills right here, or is it gonna be a free 4 points like we have seen in the past? Now we have WC in their particular dropping spot. We also have Invasion stretching out towards Amilta, and then we have AV over here in their AV location. Now Ratatat has split from TD, and TD is looting Lepovka prison and the 4-house compound over here. We have the Red Reapers have changed their spot. They're gonna loot Hall of Fame and the surrounding areas, including Shelter. Let me get you guys right over to Pachinki. Now, remember, as we said before, it seems like a lot of people aren't here during the beginning of this broadcast. But like we said before, and a lot of people can't read. But what we're saying is that we do not have the abilities to go into the player perspective, in and out of the player perspective. We have not been granted those tools yet by PUBG. So what we do the best with what we have. All we do is fly around in the aerial view. We get as close to the action as possible, trying to give you guys an adequate viewing experience. We will have those production tools later on, hopefully this month. There's nothing more we can do about that situation. We just do the best with what we can. Now, also remember that when there is a few teams, we will go into the player's perspective so you guys can see exactly what they see. After each game, we do a replay. After that replay, there's an intermission. That's the format. That's how we've been doing it for a long time, and that's how we will continue to do it until there's a change and until we find it necessary to make that change. As we pull up on this fight, this is Jin versus the mates. Not often do the mates lose in Pachinki. I think I've seen them lose a total of 3 times in here this season, or maybe I saw him lose twice and then lose a player or two the other 2 times. But we'll check out and see how. We're going to keep the camera here and see if they rotate out or see if they engage in this fight. If you check this out right here, this is a Western circle. This typically ends around this area right here, but we'll see how it turns out today. We've been seeing some weird circles today. Jeff's going to rotate far to the left. Now, this is where the mates get you. The mates get you because they don't rush this fight, right? So they play it very slowly. As Jeff makes his move, he's isolated himself already. And since he's isolated himself, what ends up happening is he might get focused by 2 members on this side of the street, and they're going to get this one knock. Look, he's still playing aggressive. He's going to push up. Dimshek might have, he's pushing straight to the house. So now he knows exactly where he's at. He can hear him. They both can hear each other. Dimshik stops on purpose. He's trying to get him to come up these steps. No way Jeff goes up the steps. No way he just gives him the free kill. But this is a smart play by Jeff. It eliminates Dimshik from the fighting, to be honest. Dimshik can't get the angles that he wants now. But then Paulo goes down to OK as OK does the same thing. So they just find their houses and they don't press. And since they don't press, they allow you to make a mistake. As you make, Jeff's going to push up the stairs now. And he's going to go down as well. Oh, he's only half health. He's doing a good job. He's going to try to leave. Leaving is going to put him in a tough spot. Boom, that's a good nade. Dimshik has been forced out of the house. Tacticals is pushed over. I wonder if they're going to try to get that res on Paulo. And now there's a third party coming in. He is going to get this res on Paulo. Now this is what I am confused about. Jeff is getting tagged up from outside. Nobody third parties this. Avita is going to third party this, but from a distance. Right now, there should be shots on Dimshik, right? They are shooting, but not hitting. Dimshik is pushed into this house. Dimshik goes down. Sorry for that, everybody. Kind of hard to control that in that close quarter environment. Tessie's going to go down from Tacticals. Tacticals is outside, probably on a roof somewhere. Yep, he's right there on that 3-story roof. He's going to be able to get that confirmation. Paulo has taken down OK. Now, since Tacticals has rotated over, OK is dead here. So at least, no matter what, this wasn't for free once. Paulo's going to get taken down by Blackjack. Paulo, that's the second knock. He's going to start bleeding out quickly. And now he tries to cross that street. Hardest thing in Mateland is making that rotation right here. Now this is going to leave THG just to hold right here. Just to hold. I would confirm this kill. I would try. I know if I take my steps out of this building, I die, but I can't leave here with them picking up 2 members of this team. Now the question is, was it worth it? They're going to end up getting OK up. There's going to be no heals right here. I think that's why he's at 75%. Doesn't have any heals. Avita, shooting at this from afar, did not feel the need to play it aggressively. Gravity going to take some shots right there as well. This is going to be a standoff. Let's see where everybody else is rotated. You can see the circle. Everybody believes this is going to end in the Gaka Fields, so they started to rotate there already. Euro is going to stay in this housing compound at the top. This is where they typically like to stay. We haven't seen the team rotate to the mountain yet. More shots going out right here. Oh, it does have a look at this angle he's holding right here. Tough. This fight is it's over. They get angles. The thing about that is they play it so passively in there, and everybody else plays it so aggressively that they end up dying to them. There's gonna be a mad dash for the chopstick compounds right here. Watch. Now, this is what I was wondering, and I was hoping to see from somebody like Avita. What I would really like to see is Avita driving down to this compound right here. I think they should have taken these particular houses just to get some third party in there. I know why they didn't do it. It's not worth losing your players to keep your 4 up. I only want to see that because I want to see somebody aggressively push the mates, and because that's the only way you're going to keep the mates from winning the game and from getting easy 4 points. That time they only got 3 of the points because Avita stole one. We'll see how it goes down. And like I said, there was a mad dash for the chopstick compound, and that was Invasion who took it over here. Superman's gonna go down. Being outside of this compound for that long is just not the way. As soon as you get here, you have to go inside the compound. As soon as he hopped out of the car, he was taken down. It's the smarter pull up right there for him is to pull up inside of the compound instead of at that wall that's giving too many people an angle at you at the same time. And with that being said, Bazaar is going to get that knock and that confirmation. Very, very good shots by AIC. AIC loves to play up here in the woods. Every time we have this, people drive through the woods right here, AIC gets a knock or they put down some shots. WC trying to get some heals up. That's Tendersaurus. His vehicle must have been damaged. He's out of his vehicle now. Kofri and I think that's Warhawk going to try to pull up to this compound that Berserker Esports is in. It looks like that motorcycle is on fire, taking a few more shots and they can put it down. Kofri does not know where to go. He is just spinning around in circles. This is one of the hardest times being in a comp lobby, when you're just driving around and there's nowhere for you to go. There should be ample space here. There are 13 teams up there. This is phase number 2. Should be a lot of empty room for people. Warhawk was the one on the motorcycle. My apologies. This is Valid in the optimal position to get some shots at him. They are going to put him down. They're not hitting any of those shots right there. Let's check out the map, see where people are located, see what we're seeing. Oh man, we're going to take you up to AIC and WC in this fight right here. You can hear that. That is Invasion popping shots at Valid. Kofri. Exclusive. They try to flip out. Bandy gonna back up. Oh, Warhawk on the opposite side gets the takedown right there. Down goes Exclusive as well. Mask gonna be one shot. Mask gonna go down, but then the support comes from Kofri and that's it. Man, they just got surrounded right there. WC playing like the old WC, the WC of old, just being able to win their fights. We haven't seen them win a lot of these fights without losing a player in a while, and that is what we're seeing right now. Maybe they are back, and maybe they can assert themselves in this competition. Take the camera over here. There's going to be some back and forth between Valid and Invasion, but it's not going to be enough. They're going to have to leave the compound in order for somebody to get knocked and for it to matter, or somebody's going to have to push into a compound and there's going to have to be a third party. Euro's on top of the mountain, going to hold real tight. No, they got to make a rotation here because they're out of phase number 3. Oh, this is the ending that we tend to love. We're going to go over here for the Dossers. The Dossers are going to be able to hold out Torch. Torch is going to have to make a rotation. There are 4 members of Torch still up. They tend to be more split than I've ever seen Torch before. And you know, maybe it's going to work for them. They did get a win yesterday. So maybe this is the better strat for them, and this is the way that they want to play it. Diffie and M are together, and then we have Quakes and Dom together over there. The Dossers are going to have a chance to hold out. Euro has decided to drive and take the middle compound right here, the compound just north of the Chopsticks. I think this is the compound they wanted, this L right here in the middle of the field, but they could not get it because Berserker Esports was in there. They end up putting some shots down, but not getting any knocks right there really hurts them. Also, you can see that there was a rotation from Valid. Valid moved from those 2 houses over there, the 2 blues over here into the brown tops. Poly gonna knock Space Havoc right here with that M24. We're starting to see a lot of teams run one sniper and a lot of DMRs at the same time. It used to be that we only saw snipers at the very beginning, and then people changed, and then we only saw DMRs. Now we're seeing a mix of both. You like to have that one shot capability, but you also like to have the support shots going down from people using the DMRs. I cannot wait. I'm telling you, I cannot wait till next week and they change the barrel SLR meta. There's always metas and nobody is better than the meta, but it would be nice to see a little bit of variety in weapons picked up by these players. I do like the fact that everybody picks up the same weapon, because that shows who is the better team with the better weapon, right? Like I believe skill is shown when everybody has the same setup and one person is just better than the other person with that setup. That shows true skill. That's why that's just my opinion. But I do like the fact that they're getting rid of that meta and they're not changing it too much. I do understand that it's kind of crazy to continuously make weapons worse, but as players get better, I believe weapons don't have to be as good because players are just that good nowadays, right? Now we're gonna not see action until phase 4 or 5. This next rotation in, wherever this pops, is gonna say a lot. ATR still holding the edge of the zone. Them and RMV getting into a little altercation. It's a long distance one. If this goes to this is good for Valid and Invasion. This is really good for WC. WC is going to end up walking it up a little bit to about right here. And putting down some fire. They just going to stay outside of the range of the Red Reapers. And now you can see AV might run down to these houses, or we're going to play this side of the rocks. As we have the rotation by RMV, I need to know where they're going. Are they going to push WC? Do they want that spot? They want the hills. Okay, here we go. We're going to have some action right here. Everybody's doing a slight rotation. I think Zipped is a little far. This is the thing when you're in the 4-man convoy. If you don't know how to back up, Zip backs up just in time. He's going to allow his teammates to get here. They should all be here at the same time. Zip's going to take some damage from Warhawk. They're going to continue to drive instead of getting out right here, and they're going to put themselves in harm's reach. Mushu hops out. Mushu's going to get taken down by Kofar. Instant confirm, but then Born Country knocks Tendersaurus. Tendersaurus, this is what I was talking about. You can't overextend, because if you overextend, you're going to get shot at by people in that compound. That is exactly what I meant when I said that they can walk up but not walk up too far. That was a little bit too far. Zipped has pulled up as well. Kofar is going to try to get this heal off. RMV has to push as a team here. You have to push as a team. Man, this is not the way. Okay, everybody's hurt, so they're gonna back up. But you know that you got shot at by Warhawk from a distance, so you have to be aggressive on this push. I know we have way more information than they have, so this is probably the smart play. They want to heal up to make sure that they can hold their position. But this knock is gonna be null and void if they're not on top of it. Envy is gonna swing out right here as far as he can. He needs to get a nade on this smoke. Which smoke he doesn't know. He doesn't know which. This is the way you use smokes, everybody. Don't throw one smoke or don't throw two smokes. Throw 5 smokes or something like that, so people don't know which smoke you're resin in, and they can't hold each smoke. They can only, now look, that forces RMV to back up. Now this is going to give angles. RMV is going to give angles to the Red Reapers because they don't know where they're at. Now they're going to have to rotate a little bit into the, okay, maybe they're going to do a holdout situation and they got some dips. Torch has made this rotation as well. Now, this is going to be a heavily populated mountain. Here comes Torch in a 4-man. They use 1 vehicle. I love it. I love it. Diffie gets taken down by Envy, and then Unknown. Oh, that's going to be a confirmation. And Unknown. This is Tyrannical has to back up. Now, I think that they only knew one team right there. Warhawk's going to get a knock on Tyrannical. Blackjack knocks Hayes. M gets knocked as well by Mask. That's Torch wiped. That's crazy. Torch pulls up, gets taken down very quickly. They put themselves into a position, the third party overextended, and then they were inside. They ended up being in the middle of the third party. Now that's a tough situation when you're in it, and that's a tough situation. That's a tough situation to be in. Very, very tough. You push up, and then you think you're gonna get the third party, and you end up getting team shot by both teams. Very rough. It's hard as an IGL to make sure that doesn't happen. He didn't have that much information. Luton gonna go down to Hat. We're gonna get back into this fight right here. It looks like Envy gonna get taken down by Mask. Mask was flanked out to get the angle, and then Zip goes down to the Mask. That angle, baby, that angle. Mask is probably gonna put down Foxy too if Foxy doesn't win his 1v1, and he doesn't, so Mask ends up winning all of that. Oh, look at this chopstick over here, populated heavily. Invasion trying to get a push up, and I don't know who they're gonna fight right here. Who got knocked over here? I cannot tell. I think it's Gravy. Now Finesse is down. Gonna be a knock on Laser by Donnie. It's gonna be a confirmation on Gravy. Mitch is thinking about pushing this. He backs down a little bit. Invasion has rotated up to the top over there to fight WC, as WC has split out a little bit. I need to check the map right now to make sure we know where the zone is, but I can't get there just yet. Science takes down Kofri on top of the hill. I want to see what Space Havoc does. Probably gonna take down Hat right there with a money 2-4 shot. That's another 2-4 shot that we see. We haven't been seeing that in a long time. Now the Warhawk's gonna go down to Lilith as well, and then Luton playing the back right here, able to take down Space Havoc. Lilith's gonna go down, but then Tendosaurus is gonna get confirmed, and so is this one member up. There's gonna be a lot of fighting going on here. I'm gonna leave this fight, try to take you up to this top fight over here, Standards, and there's a lot of knocks over there in that compound where that was pushed at. Sleeper Shot's gonna get his confirmation. They're gonna get a res right here. Sleeper Shot gonna hold. Is anybody in Invasion thirsted out? Maybe Superman was? Oh, Superman was already dead. My apologies. I forgot he died a little bit earlier. Now Mask is going to rotate away from this. I'm going to take you to this AV Born Country fight. Mask dies to Sleeper Shot. That's WC eliminated. Blackjack's gonna go down. It's just gonna be Sweeney up, and then you know if there's a person that you want up, it's Sweeney. I'm sorry, there were two members of Avita up. Excuse me, that's Lou and Sweeney. Lou gonna be up with a little bit of health, and Sweeney going to down goes. He's on fire. He's on fire. Okay, he's on fire now. Tactical's holding this rock. Can Tickle do the thing? He has to pick. He gotta go right. Man, he did not have the comms right there. The smart play right there is Tickle to go right. Not be concerned about that thirst. Instead, he gets taken down, and it looked like Tacticals dropped the nade. Sweeney knocked Nath, and then Tacticals dropped the nade on Nath. Oh my goodness, that is just the way to do it. Now look at this. Donnie's gonna set somebody on fire. Luton dies the poly. Hat kills somebody over there as well. It looks like Euro and Valid are having themselves an altercation. Everybody, Warrior Muffin is not here with us today. She had to go do something, and she will be back hopefully next week in all her wonderfulness to help us with the things that we're doing with the PCL. So everybody give a shout out to Warrior Muffin for being the greatest person I know and helping me with this situation for as long as she has been doing it. We've been around for about a year and a half, everybody, so we do know what we're doing, and we have been through all the trials and tribulations. So there will be more. There will be more a little later, but for right now, I think we're doing a good job. Thank you guys in the community for showing us some love and support. Make sure that you guys know there is a season 9 coming up. Also, there is a winter classic coming up if you're trying to get involved in this situation and in these games. Now we still have up. That's Valid over there. Valid is team number 4. Sorry, team number 9. Then we have team 15 is TD, and we have Avita right here. Can the Dossers get a win? If you hear the DP raining down, that is Invasion. Let's check out the map real quick. I just want to see if Invasion is in. Invasion is not in, and they have to figure out something right here. They're going to try to push down to a compound or something. It looks like Signs is driving this car. He's trying to find a ridge. He finds a ridge and a rock. He hops out on the weird side. He gets to a good spot. Ratatat is going to... Who's Ratatat going for? Ratatat's going to go for Signs. Let's see if we go straight to Ratatat right here. We don't. We go straight to Signs instead. Signs only has bandies. Tickle looking at this happens to the Dossers sometimes, where now it's a 3-man. Merc goes down. Tickle goes down. Ratatat's not there for support because Ratatat rotated to a different fight. Now there it goes. Look at Signs. Bro, 100% the best person on the planet with this weapon. If you find somebody better, make sure you DM me because I want to see it. There are a lot of good players out there, a lot of elite players, but there's nobody better than Signs with a DP. Ratatat by himself. Hat trying to find him. One of our youngest players right here. Hat with the beams. Here we go. Here we go. Now it's Invasion versus Valid. No. AV still up. AV still up. I missed AV. Since TD went down, the target is going to be Invasion. TD, AV should be free to shoot at anybody they want. They should have no... Here comes Lou. Lou's gonna bring over this car for... Here it is. Down goes sleeper shot. Man, AV has rotated over here. This is gonna be tragic. I think AV might win this if they can find a way into the zone. If they can find a way into the zone and they can put up enough cover for themselves, I think they win this. Signs is doing a good job being out of... Here comes the cover that they need. Sween's gonna put some shots down. Lillith is gonna go down right here. Oh, Sween's missed the last shot right there. Down goes Sweeney to Hat. Now the next focus is gonna be... Oh, look, Signs might stay alive here. Can't see him. That's a good cover for him. Middle of the circle. Now, killing the Hat with it 2 times under scoped right here. Not enough. Backwoods starting to make his move over here. He doesn't want to overextend. If he does, he will be the target. I see Monster gonna go down. Using the M4 at a distance. It doesn't hit like it used to, but it can still be a very viable weapon choice. This is one of those times where you think he should just use it in single. Hat can't get a good shot off right here. Let's see what AV is going to do here. Takes the car, is going to move closer into the zone. Now this angle, here comes the change right here. Here comes the change. This is going to put Signs in a very bad spot. Signs has turned the DP on right here. He's going to be in a tough spot right here. He's in the middle of everybody. Dontrix is going to rotate in. They can't seem to get an... These are great smokes. Here comes Donnie, gonna get beamed by Lou. One more shot. He misses his last shot right there. Avita has had 2 or 3 people down to 1 shot, not able to hit that final bullet to give them the knocks and the confirmations. They're gonna be kicking themselves if they cannot close out this match right here. Nade gonna go out right there, gonna take some damage from Signs holding on for dear life. He's gonna get converged on from both sides. Down goes Signs, and now it's just a Valid and AV to team versus team. I'm at a loss for words right here. This is a high intense situation. Oh man, Hat was gonna try to get didn't work. Tried to flank that right side, not allowing it is Lou. That's 10 kills for Avita. Oh my goodness. Wow. Avita really needs this victory right here. If they get this victory, they'll probably be in contention for second place, maybe even first. Wait. Backwoods had the DC. He was just standing there with no helmet on. I do not know exactly what happened right there. Let's get to the instant replay so we can evaluate exactly how things are going and exactly what happened. I don't know why he was standing out there with his helmet off. It's a very peculiar situation. And to have if his game did disconnect right there, to have a disconnection at that particular time is baffling. So Avita wins that with 12 kills and a first place. That's 22 points for them. Well done by Avita. Avita seems to have woken up. They had a very, very tough week number 1, but in week number 2, they have definitely asserted themselves, and they have been able to catapult up in the standings. Rat-a-tat goes down right here to some perfect shots from Kid in the Hat. Now, taking down TD alleviated all the pressure from AV, which has allowed them to roam freely over here and put down a lot of shots. The rotation to the left caused Invasion to be in the middle, in between both of the teams, which allowed Avita to just pick them off and to put down a lot of damage. And then as soon as Invasion was taken care of, they turned their focus to Valid, and then they were able to take Valid down as well. What a good rotation by Avita. Well played. They continue their hot streak into this particular match, and they're going to be able to collect that W. Well, right there, I know he thought he had that kill. Just missed the opportunity to hit the shots. Now, as you can see right here, this 6 times with the 6-time spray is just not it's a good combination, but and this actually draws a good point. Backwoods has a 6 times on his M4, and Kid has a 2 times on his SLR. They might as well just switch here, and then that would have done them more justice in this than having Kid try to hit these shots with that 2 times. Signs stayed alive for a much longer time than I expected in here, but he couldn't put down enough damage. Every time he tried to shoot, he got shot at. That's 3rd place for Invasion, 2nd place for Valid, 1st place for Avita. As you can tell, right? Everybody focuses Signs. Nobody is focusing across. And the smoke plays that were used were pretty good right here. That's one of those times where you would like to see Lou shoot with a little bit more of a cadence to make sure he hits those shots. But he did a lot of damage, and I don't know what the call outs are. Exactly what they are. Here come the smokes out. Nothing he could do. He knew his angle was up, and down goes Signs. Now Hat tries to make a play right here. It does not work. They all focus him, and this is going to be an instant takedown right here. As soon as they see Hat swing, Hat's taken down. Out in the open, nowhere to go. Then he tries to hit the little shuffle, no shot. Avita hits those shots 100% of the time, and you have Lou shooting the barrel at that distance, and he's gonna take him down as well. Donnie trying to use this package right here as cover. Again, after Avita has knocked one of you and it's a 3v2 situation that the circle's closing, they're just gonna swing. But it looks like backward. Look, Lou didn't shoot at him because he thought something was wrong. But with that being said, we'll go. With that being said, we will take you guys to the intermission. Welcome back to the PCL, everybody. I'm your host, Invasion Bing. Thank you guys for all being here. I hope you're having a wonderful evening or afternoon or morning. We are back with some FPP action. We just witnessed a Vita winning match number 2. Match number 1 was won by the Mates. Match number 2 was won by Avita. Both of these teams were struggling at the start of the season to be able to get these wins, but it looks like they're finally turning things around and they have picked up the pace. This is the reason why we have such a long season, because we're trying to minimize the RNG that happens in this game, and we want the best teams to win at the end of the day. Now, as you can see, the flight path is coming from Lipovka over Gaka, and what we're going to do is we're going to take you to the scores so you can see the things that have changed and see exactly where we stand at the current moment. We're only going to do about the top 5 or 6 to make sure we can get back to the action in time. As you can see, Sweeney is the kill leader right now and has taken over the damage leader as well, almost with 6k damage being dealt out. And then we have in first place the Mates, 139. That's a change. That's a change. Results may vary, have fallen to second place. Avita has moved up to third place, and the winner circle has moved up to fourth place. The Dossers and Invasion are tied for fifth place right now. So again, today is a very important day. How these turn out will mean, man, these last 2 matches are going to set the mood for what happens for next week. These teams are going to have to find their rotations. They're going to have to figure it all out. As you can see, if we're just going to go straight through these so you guys can see them at home. I'm not even going to read them out. Just make sure you take these teams into account. For the next, we do have a format change going into season number 9. It is going to be a lot better for everybody. There will be a lot more teams participating in this event. We're trying to have a 64 team situation, and if not 64, we'll figure it out with 32. We'll just see how many teams we can get involved in this at the same time. But what we're going to do is we're going to do like a group situation where groups A, B, and C, they're going to play each other. Then after they play each other, it's going to be a pretty lengthy season. I'm going to outline it out for everybody. This is a hard northern pool circle. Invasion, Avita, WC, they're going to be the lowest on the with the hardest rotation in. We're going to take you straight over to Pachinki. It looks like Jin is contesting once again. Remember, everybody, that we can go into the player's perspective, but we are not able to switch out of the player perspective. So we decide not to be in there. We want to give you as much content as possible. So we do not have the tools yet to go in and out of the player's perspective. When we do get that, and I know it's on the way, I just don't know the exact date that we're going to get it. But when we do get that, we will use it to its fullest capabilities. Thank you all for understanding the situations that we're going through. We've been going through this for a year and a half, and we have made it work. We're going to make it work for a little bit longer, and we're going to take it as far as it can go. Now, as you can see, we have Avita in their Avita compounds. Now we have Invasion in their Invasion compounds. Now, Dub C, Milta Power, of course. Valid is in their secondary spot, and Lipovka, TD has taken Heaven and all of Mansion. AIC is taking Poly. Torch has taken Roz. ATR has taken School and the apartments. It looks like RMV has taken the whole George Pool North and also this bridge compound. And then up here we have Euro, who is taking Severny. Over here, this is Berserker Esports. Now I'm going to fly you straight down into this fight that we've seen time and time again. They wanted a rematch. We're going to see what happens right here. Notice they changed the way they approached it this time. Dimshik is over there with Hollow, and then Tacticals is playing the middle. OK has backed up a little further, and Gravity is out here by the security shack. Now, if you can recall, what happened last time is Dimshik and I believe this was THG was inside this house with the one-on-one. Oh, it was Jeff. Jeff was over here first, and that was the fight that we saw. Now, every time they cross the street, You always have to remember this. The cross the street fight is the most important. The one-on-one with Dimshik is the most important fight. If you lose this fight, then you lose. You usually lose Pachinki instantly. You don't have any support on your side, and then he wins this fight if he wins this fight. So what you got to do is play it as patient as he does and wait for him to make a mistake. If you guys are just sitting in buildings for about 5 minutes, that's your choice for coming here. That's just exactly how it's played here. Dimshik is going to back out of this. They're going to rendezvous together. I don't think they want to stay in this fight for this long. They might not have the things necessary to win, and they might just want to rotate to the north as fast as possible because they are out of the circle. This is a smart play. They haven't done this in a while. They have not left the fight. I think that this is extremely important, especially with them being in first place. Now, if they weren't in first place and this was the fight and they needed an extra 4 points in their mind, they do not want to lose anybody early. If they lose somebody early, it typically ends up being harder and harder to win. It's hard to win a 3-man. Laser goes down to Diffie. That's a rotation, instant rotation to the 4 houses that span across the street just south of Severny. It's such a popular compound. You know that a team's going to be there no matter what you do. No matter if the circle comes to Severny, there's going to be a team that drops in this location. Poly takes down Quakes. Laser's still alive. Look at this. Tyrannical has not made it. Tyrannical, and I believe that's Dom, have not made it to the compound yet. Luton has backed up from the compound, is getting a vehicle, going to drive in, and now it's going to be Diffie, the only person alive until Tyrannical and Dom make it to the compound. This is a 2-2 split when two of your players are faster than the other two. It's really, really, the timer has to go off not only in the IGL's head, but in the head of everybody on the team. You have to rotate as a team. If not, you end up in fights 2v4. Right now, Euro did not capitalize on this fight. I think that they should have been able to definitely get more knocks here. They might have went for the res. So this would happen. There was a knock. They went for the res, and then Diffie went for his res as well. So everybody going for the reses instead of going for the confirmations. I think it's good on Diffie's part, and I think that play should have been done differently on Euro's part. Euro could be aggressive in that manner. I don't think they placed how many people were in the compound with them. When they figure out that there was only 2 people there, they're going to feel some kind of way. Shots going down. Tyrannical gets knocked by Poly. Poly with some money shots. He got on top of the roof to create a line of sight for himself. And then Unknown definitely drops a nade on himself as well. Diffie's going to go down there to Poly again as Poly's playing the roof. He has angles into the building from the roof. That's a good play by him. And then down goes M. So it doesn't matter about the pickups. They played it perfectly. They were able to get that squad wipe on Torch instantly. And then Tickle gets knocked by JJ. And Nathan's going to be out here. And he's going to get knocked too by Stead. Man, those are some quick wipes. That's one team out already and one team down 2 members. Avita's going to rotate over to this lone blue right here. Let's check out the circle. Let's see where people are headed. Now, what you don't want to do in this situation is go all the way to the Severny side. You know for a fact that the circle is going to shift lower to the south. It's rare that circles end in Severny or end to that northern side. For it to end up there, the circle would have had to been way further up. So this circle is definitely going to pop somewhere back down to the south or the mid. Now, it might happen over here. We got some shots going down, as a matter of fact. It might pop, definitely might pop on gas station right here. Invasion looks like they pulled up on the other gas station, into the other gas station. They kind of heard a bridge cam going down right here. There's no need to full send it across this bridge with these people shooting right here. This is AIC. Ratatat by himself, going to try to put down some damage if he can. This is a very tough circle to manage for the IGLs. Ratatat just going to try to stay alive as long as he can. Remember, we just saw 2 of his teammates getting taken down. Oh, somebody's caught lacking right here. This America. America's in this compound by himself. Valid has pulled up. Is America going to be able to leave? Born Country's going to pull up on it. Ignite is going to be at the top. He's going to take his car down here. They're going to need some help. Who is that? Ignite and I'm Hungry are going to need some help right here. Hat hops the fence. Hat wants it. Shots going down. Hat gonna get taken down by America out of the window. Gonna get a heal going on right here. I see Monster's gonna hop this. They're gonna go for this res. Here comes a molly. Oh, this is gonna kill Icy Monster's on fire right here. He has to heal through it. Donnie's gonna knock America. America's gonna die right here. Monster's gonna get the res. I'm sorry, Monster's gonna get his heals off. And now it's gonna be a 3v3. Oh, one-on-one. Hungry gonna go down right here. That fight, bro. That fight right there. Gotta win that swing. But Donnie goes down. So now it's gonna leave a 2v2. 2v2. Backwoods and Monster up and alive. Tactical's gonna go down elsewhere from Embrace. Here comes another molly into the building. Can Born Country sneak along this side of this rock, right? I mean, side of this wall and get and create a line of sight right here. Here comes Backwoods. He's gonna flank right here. I mean, he's gonna swing. Born Country takes him down. Can they go for the trade? He does not get the trade. Now it's gonna be a 2v. Ignite has to not reload and shoot his shots right here. Down goes Ignite. I see Monster doing his thing. Wow. Ignite having to reload right there. Not able to put down some more suppressive shots to stop that that swing right there is what really hurt the Red Reapers right there. Remember, everybody, we do not have the capabilities of going back and forth through player perspective, but we're doing the best we can until we get those particular tools on console. Look at this. This is the fight of the fights right here. That's WC, Avita, and Invasion all within arm's reach. It's gonna be great. But now we're focused on Euro putting down shots on ATR. ATR is getting tagged up from these DMRs from the warehouse. Smoke's gonna go out. I think this is too early to play the shack. I don't understand why the shack is being played this early. Why, for what reason? It's too early to be. Look how much space we have. How much open real estate. They're playing a shack. I don't get it. We're gonna see how this turns out. That next circle pop is everything. There are 12 teams left inside of phase number 2. The mates are holding this gas station, and then we have AIC holding this two building right here. This 2-building compound? Yeah, this 2-building compound. Let's say that. RMV at the top of the hill going to work their way down. I think this is going to give angles from RMV to shoot at the mates. Tacticals has been knocked one time. That's why he's playing in cover that way. And not out like he usually does. Imagine the weight of being the best IGL in console gaming. Imagine being labeled that if you're Jimbo. And imagine Jimbo is Dimshik. Imagine being Dimshik and not being hailed as the best player in console PUBG. And he's the guy who puts the winning teams. And we're talking about his teams have been winning since we have had custom lobbies. They've been the most winning teams. Every team he's IGL'd has been the most winning team. And he's not talked about by people that in their houses. He should be a household name if you play PUBG. You should know who he is. You should understand his swings, his dominance in the game. Look at this. He has them rotating already. He saw the circle pop, has them already rotating right here. ATR, he's going to pull up on ATR right here. Nope, he doesn't want this fight. Where's he going to go? Ratatat is going to do his job of snaking as the rest of his team has been taken out right now as we follow the mates on their pursuit to get into the zone. It looks like Icy Monster and Valid are already rotating as well. He's going to take them to poly. Everybody's rotating to the poly side, or is they going to rotate all the way down over here? Space Havoc and Berserker Esports is inside of the circle, middle of the field. Is this a crater? No, he's going to play the they're playing the Wizard Tower. I mistakenly thought that was that crater side where a lot of the fights go down at. I see that Fig gets taken down. These used to be the most popular compounds on Erangel right here. These used to be the most popular compounds. We're talking about the compound that Genesis is in, and then the compound that Avita is in right now. Now the circles do not tend to end here, and it allows teams to go different places. Ratatat gets taken down by Hayes. Look at this rotation by by Euro being led by Looted right now. They're going to try to swing over here. There are going to be a lot of teams trying to get onto this west side over here. RMV trying to make their play for the southern side of the circle. ATR above the lake over here. And then the middle of the circle is dominated by the shooters. It's going to be very tough for these teams to rotate any further because of the three teams that are in the middle of the circle. You have the best DP player in the world on one side of the bridge. Then you have arguably you have arguably two of the best players in the world in the middle compounds right here within what we were saying, Sweeney and Warhawk in their situation, depending on who you ask. It's going to be nice. 11 teams up, 41 alive. The next, we always see this. Phase number 3, everybody just gets comfortable. Phase number 4 is when we see all the action happening. Let's take this time real quick to tell you guys that there are scrims that happen Mondays and Wednesdays. FPP scrims are on Mondays, and on Wednesdays there are TPP scrims. Make sure you're in the Discord, you're in the PCL Discord, so you guys can have the ability to join these scrims. You cannot participate in the PCL just off of a whim. You have to practice, and the number one spot of practice is the scrims. So make sure you get in there, make sure you get involved, make sure you stay active in the Discord so people understand who you are and you can make a name in this community for yourself. We also have a Winter Classic coming up before season number 9. If you participate in the Winter Classic, you will be guaranteed a spot in season number 9. We do not know when season number 9 will start, but it'll be sometime next year. The Winter Classic will be held in December. It'll only be 3 weeks of competition play. We do not want you guys to miss anything like Christmas or the New Year's parties and things of that nature. So with that being said, make sure you're involved. Make sure you get in there. We got people driving by. AIC cannot afford. AIC wants to go back to their actual drop location. They love these apartments, but these apartments have already been ran into by Dub C, and now they're gonna pull up anyway. They ran right into the problem. Zalodi hopping around, trying to hold this Kofi gonna take down Zalodi. Bazaar is gonna play the other side of the building. Here come the nades. Finds Mass takes down Bazaar. Man, that 3 vest is something else. No matter what gun you have, if you don't have a 3 vest, you're not good enough. There we go. We have Jin playing the divots, playing the craters. Zalodi gonna get confirmed. Now, where does Exclusive go? Exclusive wanted to pull up at this compound. He must have saw somebody as well. There's nowhere for him to go. Dimshik has moved his team into the old yellows that are in the middle of the field. Now we have a lot of shots going down as Invasion has rotated over. Remember, they were at the gas station. They're going to rotate over a little bit. Avita is going to remain in their location. Now we have Euro on top of Genesis in this spot right here. Now you just wait for the next circle to pop. If it's a hard shift to the well, there goes Exclusive getting taken out by Dimshik. You want to see if it's a hard shift. Yeah, if it's a hard shift to the east, this is going to be crazy. And if it's a hard shift to the left, man, the real situation is how long can Avita and Invasion stay that close without interacting with each other? Oh, shots firing out already. There's a lot of holding going on. That circle shifted just a little bit. So this means Invasion and AV are going to have to walk out together. Again, it's a situation with who's going to get third party by who. Because if they walk out too far and overextend into this spot, I know there are going to be shots put down by Berserker Esports. Sleeper shot gets knocked. There it goes. That's what's going to do it. That's what's going to do it. Now here comes all out push going down. Now there has to be, you can't go for this res. You have to get a knock. Superman's retreating a little bit. I think, yeah, here's Signs putting down DP shots. Signs is going to get knocked by Blackjack. Sweeney taking a lot of damage right here. Signs is down. Sleeper shot is up though. Nate's going to go out. Sleeper shot is going to make the rotation. Lilith is going to be in a tough spot. Lilith has to win a fight right here. Standards is going to be low. Superman's going to be in a tough spot. Superman gets a knock on Blackjack. Sweeney gets a knock on Superman. Lilith gets a knock on Lou. Sweeney's going to be alone. It's going to be a confirmation right here. Signs is on top of the roof. Sweeney taking a little bit of blue damage. Sweeney's going to go down right here. It's just going to be standing by himself. Lilith's trying to find him. Lilith's going to take a lot of damage. Lilith's going to be one shot. Superman's going to be knocked. It's going to be Sleeper shot and Standards is going to go down right here. That's going to allow Invasion to win, but Invasion wins that fight to what cost? That's 4 points, but that's, man, they lost to everyone right there. That's the fight, right? That's the fight. You know you're in the fight with the top team, and it's almost impossible to get a wipe on that team without losing players. Both of those teams were going to take very, very bad casualties, and that's what happened. And now we have Jin able to res in here. I mean, able to heal in that smoke, that one smoke. Nobody had mollies or nades. They're going to get their confirmations. Paulo's not playing around with you guys. Here comes Luden. Here comes Laser. It's another knock right there. They're going to have to get a res. These are two very good players. Oh, look at Sleeper shot going down to ATR. There's nothing he could do right there. Oh, that's a nade that's going in. Here comes WC on the backside of Jin, and it's going to be, oh, they're going to be pinched right here. This is going to be old Pincherooski. It looks like Hayes went down to the blue. Did Hayes get a knock from the blue? Phase number 5 has closed, and it looks like Dub C does not want to go that far over. There's another nade, and that's gonna be another knock right here. Is Dub C gonna be aggressive? Are they gonna allow this res to happen? You know how Dub C plays. Dub C is one of the most aggressive teams in the PCL. They're not playing aggressively today. They want to change their strats. They want to change their strats. I'm in complete shock right there. They got a knock and didn't push over. We're talking about the fraggers, a team that has made their name from fragging. They're gonna try to leave, and look at this. Jeff gets taken down. Paulo gets taken down. Laser with a laser. Wait, I thought there was 2 people dead from Wait, Euro was able to get reses off? I thought they were dead. Dubsy is playing this a little too fast for me. I think they need to be aggressive, and this is gonna, RMV pulls up. They're trying to get a spot in the zone, but guess what's gonna go down right here? They're gonna give up their side to Dimshik Tacticals and OK over there. That's gonna be the mates. The mates are gonna be putting shots down on them instantly, and now over here there's gonna be shots going down. Space Havoc goes down to JJ. Euro has made an advancement into the circle, which is gonna keep Jin out. Fight going on over here. ATR and Berserker Esports. Embrace, the last person up for ATR, I believe. Finessed and Embrace are gonna have a 1v. Embrace already low. Embrace is gonna go down. I do not know where the other member of this team is right now. Oh, they're eliminated as Stead has died to the zone, I believe. And now Laser taking some shots. Laser gonna go down. This is what I'm talking about. This is that open field inning. Instant res right here for Polly. Polly playing this spectacularly, and here comes WC. Now they understand what the terrain looks like. Now they understand what their spots are. And here comes Kofi. Here come the fraggers. Now is their time. They're going to try to collect all these kills. Down goes Test now. They're going to try to get big right here. Now that he goes down, that's a team effort, team push. And now they're going to try to maintain their position. They need to get down into the divots to make sure that they get a chance to get a heal off, and that Euro isn't able to pick them off one at a time. Heals are going to happen. Tender Source is going to be low. Cold Fry needs to get a knock right here. This is great cover right here. Like the use of the car, that pull up, they knew what angle that they wanted, and they knew the angle that was going to save them. Way to use the circle. Here comes Kofi with a good nade. Is it going to be money? That's a flash. Just throwing something over there just to get the boys a little flustered. RMV has to be coming. Backwoods goes down elsewhere. RMV not getting engaged in this fight. Mushu finally taking some shots from the mates. I think that's Tacticals on a roof. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just surprised that there's no actual pushing going on. Everybody is just holding their sides of the circle. They know on the next phase they all have to walk in, and then during that walk-in phase, people will start dying. Who's going to focus who's going to third party what? And right there, Finesse with the third party going to take down Laser. Laser has been knocked a bunch of times. They're going to actually get that confirmation on him now. That's going to leave Euro with 2 players holding this particular set of vehicles right there. Envy going to go down. Monster going to go down. Monsters, that's teams happening back over here. Zip going to go down as well, being taken down by Warhawk. Warhawk, Gravy is going to take down, I don't know who he just took down. Kofri taking down Polly. All this is happening and the mates haven't been shot at yet. Do you hear me? This is how they win games. Somehow they don't get shot at in the closing phases, and then they rotate in later with a full 4-man, and then they just wipe the rest of the lobby. That's just how they play the game. Down goes Polly. That's Euro out. Let's get into some action right here. Again, the mates using their physical cover. They have the best spot in the zone right now. They're going to stay here for as long as possible. They only have 4 kills, which is unlike them. But if they can hold this spot, they might get the win. And if they get the win, they're going to have to give a few more kills after that. Now, Gravy's going to full rotate over here. What? Molly going to come out. Oh, Gravy misplaying it and goes down to Mushu. That's good for the lobby. Oh, that's not good for anybody. They're both up right here. Mushu gonna confirm that kill. He's just taking his time. Nobody's rushing, just patiently playing the game. You love to see it. Now here comes, what Finesse doesn't know is on his right. This is a heal. This is a res. I'm sorry. Res going down. 8 kills for WC. 8 kills for WC. Oh, good shots by Zip, but Zip is one shot. Dimshik has pushed all the way up on him. They literally just walked up on RMV. Here it comes. They saw that the circle was closing. They walked up on him. Here's going to be another knock going down for Gravity, and then Gravity's going to try to get a knock out the car. Not able to get it. Going to take some damage. WC is taking it. Oh, there goes the knock on Gravity by Mushu, and OK gets knocked as well by Warhawk, and that was a confirmation that there's only Tacticals up, as Tacticals was playing the buildings still. It looks like Dimshik and the rest of the mates wanted to confirm some kills to get them some points. They looked at the score and noticed that they only had 2 kills in there. They are looking to confirm some kills so they can get some points. Now, if WC can rotate all the way over here, they're going to get 2 easy kills, and it's going to leave Tacticals by himself. It leaves Tacticals by himself versus them, and there it goes. Mask gonna knock Space Havoc. So listen to this. Listen to this. Will WC get this? Oh, good knock. Good knock. Again, the OP ability of the barrel 6 times. We all know what it is. We all can't wait for barrel grounds to be redacted, but for right now, it is what it is. Kofri getting dealt 140 damage from Tacticals. Tacticals going to be mollied, and now we got to have the barrel on barrel, and now here we go. That's it. Right there, that's it. Tacticals being taken down at the end. Dub C able to use those to display some patience, and that patience able to pay it off at the end of the game. That's it. That's a W. Let's go give you some replay action. As you can see, there was a lot going on right here. That's 13 kills too for WC. Forgot to mention that. WC 13 kills in first place. But right here, this is just a lot going on. Now, WC is able, I am not sure why RMV didn't hard press WC as they're in this fight and as they're getting I don't understand the play by these teams right here. I think RMV should focus. RMV should focus them. They're getting shot at from their right now, right? By the mates. And while this is happening, they're not focusing on Dub C. If they rotate and take the spot from Dub C, they got the whole back of the circle. And if they take the whole back of the circle, they also don't get shot at anymore by the mates. Them being on a little bit of that slant right there where the mates are located is what's causing them to take so much damage right here. And then when they do turn, I understand it, because when they do turn to get into that next fight, it's a little late and the mates have already decided to full send the push, and that's how they ended up getting knocked out of this game right here. But if RMV turns and focuses WC first, I think that they have a better chance of clearing that backside, because then the pinch comes between them and Euro, and then they can have a third party situation. So technically, WC did exactly what I'm talking about. They just did it in reverse, right? So what they did is they pushed over, took out Euro. After they took out Euro, they swung back around, and then they took out RMV later. RMV was already getting taken down by the mates, as the mates have hard swung to the left. Well played by them. And then Space Havoc and Finessed and Nation get taken out a little bit from afar from everybody. Everybody kind of focuses them, and then that's it right there. But sometimes I'm just curious in this particular game, right? If the mates don't make that swing to RMV, they win, right? If they stay in the house and they just shoot from cover, they win, right? But that's because nobody ever shoots at them. They're a few shots getting shot. It's the mates putting out the damage, and they're not really getting focused. They get focused towards the end when they make mistakes, but there's no aggressive plays made towards the mates. As you can take a team like WC or AV or Invasion. When teams know that they're coming, there's a fight that goes down, and sometimes there's a third party. But when the mates are putting down shots, teams seem to not rotate towards them or rotate away from them. In this particular situation, they just happen to be in the wrong spot. They got hit by a bunch of nades, but if they're in the house, teams are not even finding them. It's like they forget that the mates are even playing in the game. I don't understand it. They have to be, I feel like you have to make it apparent that this team, you have to make it a priority to find this team in every fight. If you're fighting a team gets knocked, you have to make it a priority to find this team. They are in great position. That's keeping them from getting shot all the time. But still, you have to know where they're at. It's like they get lost or people lose where they're at, because they're still able to put down shots on you. Their positioning, unless you're saying their positioning is so good that they can shoot you and you can never shoot them. That is, and if it is, that's a testament to Dimshik's placement for his team and his IGLing, and also a testament to the players on that particular team being able to position themselves at angles where other people can't see them, and then they can hit shots. That is that's amazing, and that's why they do so well in so many tournaments and in so many leagues. Testament to how good the mates are right now at this moment. Also, WC though, after they end up in the last circle, and I've been saying this time and time again, if WC is going to be the last team up or one of the last 5 teams up and they have a 4-man, they are going to frag and they are going to get as many kills as they can, and they do a very good job of that. Now, with that being said, I'm going to take you guys to an intermission. This will be the 4th and final intermission. Thank you guys very much for being here. I hope you're enjoying this content. Welcome back to the PCL, everybody. I am your host, Invasion Bing. Thank you guys for being here today. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. This is the PCL, the PUBG Console League, the very first one and the only one. This has been three intense matches. The first game was won by the Mates. The second game was won by Avita. And the third game was won by the Winner's Circle. With those things in mind, I think that you guys should know that this has been one really good week for PUBG console gaming. And I do appreciate everything that's happening with PUBG and everything that they're doing. I absolutely love where we're going. Hopefully we can get some more casters involved in this and make this as viewed and as popular as some of the other leagues that have been on display on the PC side or on the console side. As I take you guys to the scores right now, let's check out who's in first place. The Mates in first place. They're up 10 points over Results May Vary, as Results May Vary is 142 and the Mates 152. Winner Circle in third place with 139 points. Avita rounding out fourth place with 127, and Invasion in fifth place with 110 points. Now, the Dawsers are very close with 106 points. This is going to be a photo finish. Now, the top three teams are in striking distance of each other. Avita needs to get a 20-point victory in order to actually have some sort of play up there. Invasion is going to need a lot of work if they want to go for number one in this category. It's going to be something special. The Mates are clearly head and shoulders above players in the TPP and FPP division as they lead in both of them currently. That is something special. You can't take it away from them. There's no denying it. They are arguably the best team in console PUBG right now as we speak. The other teams are making their way and trying to make sure that they can provide some sort of competition, but right now it's not looking good for other teams. This is the I guess you could call this the holy grail of competitions. Winning something like the other leagues that happen at night, that's a notch on your belt, but that's not like winning the PCL. The PCL is where the big time players come to play, and this is a show that they've put on. Can they hold it together for the rest of season number 8? Let's take a look. Let's figure it out. Let's find out together. Here we go. You know where they land. You know what time it is. It looks like RMV has landed somewhere different, though, which is wild. I expected them to land North George. They didn't land North George, but they get this whole side of the map to themselves. Now WC in their typical spot, Valid in their spot. TD has spread out even further this time, but they do hit Heaven Mansion and Prison and these 4 houses over here. Torch has decided to take all of Raz instead of these buildings over here. ATR is going to take school and all of the school compounds. Now you have, of course, you have the Mates in their spot. You have Berserker Esports in GACA. This is going to be AIC on top of Hospital. RMV over here, Born Country and the Red Reapers over there. And then we have Euro in military. Now you know you have Avita, Invasion. Boom, there we go. Now let's fly in somewhere. It looks like one of the teams that was in here they didn't come back. That would be Genesis. Genesis might have had something to do, so they have left the building. Now, we talk about this time and time again, and we'll take this free time while we look at the map to tell you guys about the things that are coming up. Also about the cam situation. You guys know, if you've been here for a couple of games, you can see that we stay in the aerial cam quite a lot, and we stay in the aerial cam because console does not have the tools just yet in order to go in and out of the player perspective, or to be in a player perspective effectively. So when that happens, I will be able to give you guys the production that you are looking for and the production that you are used to. But until then, I have to give you the production that we have right now. We have come to do this over the course of time. This is the best way to get the content to you, and that's just the truth of the matter. Also, let's give you some history about the PCL. The PCL has been around for a year and a half. It started as an Xbox League only. Then when crossplay was introduced, we allowed it to be a PS and Xbox League together. Then they introduced Stadia, and we allowed Stadia to join as well. We do not feel like Stadia gives people a distinct advantage over anybody. The frames are better, but you know, if you can shoot, you can shoot. It's just the fact of the matter. We are the only partnered console league currently, and we're fully partnered by PUBG. We are backed by them fully, and we have what we are looking to do is grow this into something else. This is our particular comp league, and this is the only one of its kind. We want this to be known and viewed as an actual esports league, and it cannot happen until the new Xbox comes out and until we get some more backing and some more words from the esports side of PUBG. Right now, we are technically under the community of the NA of PUBG NA, but this is a testing phase to see if you guys are interested, or if people will show up and watch, or if players can commit to playing. So with that all being said, it seems like things are going well. I have not talked to them and asked them any questions, but it seems like things are going well, and I'm going to try to pursue the esports side of things to come. Now, that being said, there are some glaring issues. One, the camera situation, but that is going to be fixed by PUBG. They have noticed that is a problem. Two, we have to do more scrims, and there has to be more practice because players need to get better. There's an obvious gap in the talent and in the way things are being done, and that's just because some players are committing to play more than other players are. But we are going to solve that issue as well. And then after that, we have decided to reduce the amount of players per team from 8 to 6. We had 8 before because we knew that players had things to do and they couldn't commit to this because this isn't their source of income. We'd rather see 6 people per team so we can have more teams and it could be more competitive. A lot of the top teams are stacked with players who never play, and they are very good players. We would like to see those players participating in this event, and from now on we will see that because we are limiting the amount of players to 6. After that, with that being said, the registration for season 9 will not start yet. However, if you do compete in the Holiday Classic, you will automatically have a chance to register, or a spot saved for you to register in the in season number 9. What we would like to do in season number 9 is have 64 teams participate. There will be a round robin-esque situation for the rounds, and everybody will play everybody. It will mimic the PCS with slight changes when it comes to 24 people. When the group gets slimmed down to 24, I'll have a letter out hopefully in the next week or maybe before that, where I can give you guys as much information as transparency as you guys can have, right? And there are a lot of questions about, hand cams and stuff of that nature. We do not require hand cams. That's a lot of work. This isn't the issues that people come up with the inputs and stuff like that. That is a PUBG issue, and that's an issue for all games, and that's something that has to be solved on the development side of this, and not by our stream and our league. We provide content, and we provide a good environment for the players to compete in this, but there's a lot of extra stuff that is looked for from the league that we cannot do. It just has to be done by PUBG itself, and PUBG is working on fixing the problems that you guys are addressing. They have put it out in their dev letter, so I am confident that one day these things will be solved by them. Also, we are trying to staff up more, like I said, with more casters and more with more casters and more mods and more and like technical writers and things like that. All good leagues have those things. PUBG does have their own crew, but we are not privy to that crew as of right now. So we need our own, and we would love to have our own. So if you know people of that nature or things of that nature, we would love to be a part of that. You know, we always say it, the more likes, the more follows, the more support that we get on YouTube, the more Reddit posts that are made. It just gives awareness to people. There are some people that don't even know that the PUBG Console League exists, and we would like to get it out there. Any publicity is good publicity in this particular situation. We would just love that everything to be positive and to stray away from the toxic side. If you guys are capable of doing that, we would love for you guys to post anything that you can. If you see a clip that you like, clip it, post it. We love it. The more talk about the PCL, the better. A lot of these players in here are very good and very talented, and we can't stop this. I'm hungry with a knock right there. Born Country on the swing. Holly one-on-one with Ignite. Ignite gonna go down right there. Now you have Space Havoc going down, Gravity going down, Finesse going down, and there is Space Havoc trying to rotate away. For you guys that are new, saying things like there should have been leagues 2 years ago. There was a league 2 years ago. It just wasn't recognized by PUBG because PUBG was not focused on console 2 years ago. PUBG is not a console. It was not made for console. It was made for PC. It was huge in the situations that it was huge in, and it was played on PC. It was not needed for that. The problem is that you guys are unaware or were unaware and not in the community enough to understand that there were leagues. There were definitely leagues, huge leagues. They just were not promoted on the PUBG website or on PUBG. The thing about it now is we have crested that zone, and you've had people who have figured it out and have gotten to the situation where they have fine by Superman. They've gotten to the situation where they have we have broken through the seal, and we have made PUBG believe that console is as important as PC is, right? So it's just our time. 2 years ago there were other people playing it, but console PUBG was not ready for a league 2 years ago. If you take the state of the game 2 years ago and how frequently people crashed and how bad the maps were and how bad everything was, it would not have worked. So in that situation, I remember we had to stop the PCL for 3 weeks because of a bad custom lobby bug. So it would be better. It's better to have it now with the people who actually care about playing and actually have the skill to play the game than to have it 2 years ago for people who just think that the game being the most popular game out makes it a good game. No, game needs time, and it needs time to popularity doesn't matter in the game, right? There's still people who watch it, there's still people who play it, but that's not what we play it for. We play it because we compete at a high level and we love what we're doing. And that's just what it is, to be honest. ATR making their way up here. WC has lost a bunch of members so far. No, actually, they just lost Warhawk. The rest of them are rotating away. It's super important to understand how business works before you make comments about things that you just don't understand, right? There's no need to put on. There's no need to. It just doesn't work that same way, right? Like to be honest with you guys, it just doesn't work the way you think it works. It looks like WC is going to play on the outside up here. This is a crazy zone. What is it? What phase is it? Phase 3 closing it. Phase 4 coming in. It's going to be wild. This is a good rotation, I think, by Torch. If they make it to Primorsk, I would be at the tip right here or on this mountain. But if they get on this mountain right here, then that means they're going to be rotated in behind. People want to rush to have leagues, but the league isn't ready. And it literally hurts, bro. Look at the road. This is a great spot to be in right here. Gravity dies to the play zone. He must have DC'd as well. Here comes RNV and TD. RNV's going to rotate past TD. Yeah, he might get a run over. Oh, he's dead now. Oh, Zip tried to get a run over right here, and he hit the ridge and hit the tank, and now he's dead. That leaves one out of RMV. Mushu dies as well, and then Jay goes down as well to loot, and now Zebo's gonna try to rotate out of here. He might die as well. This is gonna be a tough zone. I've never seen this zone before. I've literally never seen this zone before in my life, to be honest. I have never seen it. There have been in this, I don't know if they updated the zones, but in this PCL, we have seen zones that I have never seen in the PCL once. AT Avita still in a good spot. Quakes has gone down, but he's going to get picked up. They have taken down Valid at the same time. It's the main reason why hand cams aren't hand cams aren't used in the PCL is it's not feasible for everybody to buy a camera. It's not feasible for everybody to stream. At a particular time, we were a upstarted place and nobody knew who we were, and having everybody try to stream at the same time or having everybody have a really good setup just wasn't feasible. Some people just don't have the monetary just don't have the money to do it, right? Like everybody can't stream, everybody can't run the setup needed to have a hand cam. These players don't get paid to play. This isn't This isn't like FaZe isn't sponsoring these guys. These guys have to do it with their hard-earned money, and some of them just can't do that. They have other obligations. So we decided to not require things that cost them money. This isn't a streamer league, so they're not streaming for a fact. One player on each team has to stream. It used to be 2 when the radar was out, so we could know that radar wasn't being used, and we have caught many people who use that and have been banned from this league in that time. But having a hand cam doesn't help you in any way, right? If the audio is included, you can literally hear somebody using their mouse and key, and you can tell a player's mouse and key situation very quickly because they play the game very differently than they would than a controller player would play. These are just the facts. The movement is different. The way they shoot is different. The way they peek corners is different. There are things that we know about the game because we've been doing it for this long that works out, right? Porch up here with TD. Tickled knocks Dimshik. Dimshik must have DC'd as well. This is a tough fight right here. Down goes M. Quake's gonna get a knock as well. And then over here we have AIC with 4 up. I think this is a good chance for AIC. Oh, Lilith goes down. Signs gets a knock again. Have you guys noticed that AV and Invasion fight almost every game? They make similar rotations, very, very similar rotations. Sweeney wins this. He is absolutely ones. Sleep almost had him. Standards is gonna go down here. Signs has the top cover, but it's gonna be tough. Super gonna go down. Signs dies to the zone. There was really nothing they could do. Again, every fight, it's Invasion versus AV, and that's what's really hurting Invasion. Invasion has to go up against AV. AV is the top team on the EU side of things right now. If you're gonna talk about wins and losses, and they just happen to be in that fight all the time. TD is still holding ATR in the middle. This is the one time where you don't want to be the team in the middle throwing smokes. You have the zone, but they're all gonna shoot at you now. WC still holding out on the outside by the beach. I love it. I love it. Tacticals is just gonna hold for placement. As you can see, he's in the shack. He's gonna rotate around a little bit. Tacticals can't help but to shoot at people sometimes though, so I want to see how this happens. WC gonna try to rotate away. They're gonna be tagged up. And the source low. JJ gonna go down. Look at this. Mask stayed behind. They pinched Mitch. Sweeney gonna get a knock on Bazaar. I don't even know where Sweeney is. Bazaar has pushed down to this compound. Man, you can't have it, bro. Now they have to rotate up a little bit more right here. They're gonna get stuck right here on this cross. So AV is in a very good position. AV is just gonna hold, and then on this cross, if they walk across here, they're gonna. Oh my goodness. Here it goes. They actually made this rotation, which is marvelous. I can't believe it. I thought that they were gonna die as they crossed the street right here. They're gonna stay alive. Now it's gonna be 7 teams up and 18 alive. Euro doing a good job of staying alive against WC right here. This is I'm shocked at the progression that teams have made, right? Euro was not, they did not gel well at the beginning, and now they are playing phenomenally. I love it, bro. And now Avita still across the street. This might hurt them because they haven't rotated. If this next zone pulls to the south, they're in trouble. And it doesn't. It pulls to them, and they're good money now. Tickle's gonna get a knock. Zaloti's gonna get knocked by Lou, and then JJ's gonna get knocked again. Now, can Tickle get another kill right here? Exclusive goes down to Tickle. TD is playing phenomenally today. Well done by the Dossers. They started out yesterday playing very well, and now they continue that momentum into today. They're doing a wonderful job. Good job right there. I love to see it. I love to see that kind of progression. JJ gonna finally get thirsted right there. That's 10 kills for TD, I believe. I'm just looking for people and fights. This is a very wooded area, and it's hard for me to actually get the camera involved in the fights, but Kofi finally takes down Polly. Polly was actually knocked by oh, Kofi goes down. That's a big knock right there. They're not gonna be able to get him up. He's gonna die. Luke is gonna get that point. Oh, WC might be, oh, Tendosaurus goes down as well. WC might be, what's Mass doing? Mass gonna go down too. I'm confused. Tickle gonna go down to Blackjack as Blackjack has pushed out. The whole AV is pushed out. This might be an AV win here. If ATR can't do something on the third party, this is gonna be an AV win. Tacticals is back into the game. I have to reload that barrel with it 2 times, and I cannot wait until it's gone. Good shots. You notice that he didn't full spray 2 times. Doesn't actually I don't know, I'm just not good with it myself, but he does a very good job of getting in and out on his bobbing and weaving. Oh, Embrace has a look. Embrace missing it. Going prone is so OP. ATR, whoa. Yo, Avita has 10 kills. Avita has 10 kills. If they win this, if they can collect the rest of these kills, that'll put them at 14 kills, and a win, that'll put them, I think, in 1st or 2nd place. Maybe in 1st or 2nd place. ATR just look like nobody has any information right now. This is great. Nobody has any information. I think Tacticals might have the most information. Nobody has any. What phase? Phase 8 closing in. When phase, you know what happens. Phase 8 closing in. Tacticals might play a big part in this. Again, this happens every time. If there is a if there's a knock that happens, oh, he tried the third party, it didn't work, and now here comes Hayes. Hayes is gonna push right over on Sweeney. You have to full commit right here. If you're gonna go, you gotta go. He didn't go. He sees him now. He can't get a play in, but Tacticals hits him with a nade. Tacticals dies. That gave all the information to ATR. Now ATR is going to get a knock on Lou. Blackjack can't hit them shots. Embrace has no vest. Random flash. He misses that flash. They allowed them to get the res off right here. More smokes. Haze. Look, I like the spread that they're doing. I don't think they should allow that res, but I think they're just playing past. They don't want to go too quickly. If they go too quickly, hey, oh my goodness. Smokes are going to happen right here. I just need to see the angles that somebody's going to have, because this is... They in the blue. Oh no, this is the time. ATR has to press up. He has to get a knock right here. Blue can't. Oh, he won that fight. If Blue would have won that fight, it might have helped out. Blackjack's going to go down too. Blackjack won his. Avita wins. ATR goes down. They allowed the res and then they go down. Avita with another win. Oh my God, bro. That's 14 kills and that's 24 points for Avita. Avita might have taken the lead right there. If Avita isn't in the lead, Avita is very close to taking the lead after that gameplay right there. What the? Let's go to the instant replay. Oh my goodness, bro. It's a situation where there are a few misplays, right? There are a few misplays that happen, that like right here for WC, that's a misplay. Just a tiny one, and that cost them the game right there. I think they had the best chance of taking the spot of ATR, but they get caught on that wall right there, get gate kept by ATR, and then they go down. Now Tacticals is over here playing the one man. They lost him right there. Now leaves Merc by himself. He allows Tacticals to reload this. Nothing that he can do. He goes down. Now it's gonna be a full-on push to the next fight. He was gonna be the person that I thought was gonna cost the game for the rest of them, but Tacticals pushes up to AV. AV gets him out of there quickly. Embrace comes over. They do get a knock from this, but what really is crazy is they don't capitalize. They don't capitalize on the knock. They're too patient. Avita puts out a bunch of smokes, and then those smokes deter the push from ATR. You have to go crazy. You have to go crazy on this. You have to go crazy. You have to push. It's important that you push, and then you have to go crazy right here. Like I don't like ATR has to have the confidence to push it. All the fights, you get a knock, you get a knock, you have to be on it. I don't think it's I don't think it's worth. I think they squandered their advantage right there. But GG's to Avita, another win for them for the day. Like I told you, that first week they did not do as well as they did, as they usually do, as they typically do. But right now they are on fire. Well done by Avita. Way to come to play. GG's to you guys. Man, they want to be known for more than being the best team EU. They want to be the best team in PUBG. And to be the best team in PUBG, you got to beat the team that everybody thinks is currently the best, which is the mates. Well done. That's going to wrap it up for us for the day. But make sure you guys are following the socials. Make sure you guys are in the Discord. Make sure you show up for scrims. Scrims are available for everybody. We are going to try to limit it when we have a lot more teams to just people that are in the PCL. Remember, PCLs, we're working on it being 64 teams in a round robin situation, which everybody plays a certain amount of games and everybody can compete. We just want to make sure that the prize pool is legit and is worth that amount of games that you guys are going to end up having to play and the amount of content you're going to have to be provided with. We also want to make sure that that you guys give credit to the players. These players do stream. You can look them all up. We will make a directory for all the streaming players so you guys know where they're at. It'll be on the website right now. It's not up, but it will be on the website soon. As soon as I get all that information, I want to make sure that you guys know who's streaming, what's streaming, to follow these guys. They are very, very good players. I want to make sure that we do our best to support the people in the league as well as we support the league itself. So not only that, big shout outs to the mods and Warrior Muffin and all you guys for helping the staff, for helping the PCL become what it is. And we love you guys. It's actually, you actually do an amazing job, and you're actually great at everything that you do. Also, yeah, like I said, we have a careers page that's going to be coming up. We're looking for casters and hosters. We don't know how the current system is working, or how the new observer system is working, but when we do figure out how it's going to be, how it's going to happen and how it's going to work, we want to make sure we have enough people, enough people to man the stations in order for us to give you exactly what you would like to see. And with that being said, that's it for me for the night. GG's to all you. Have a wonderful evening, or a wonderful whatever. Peace and love.